70% of divorces that happen over 40 are initiated by women. Okay, why is that? Well, as she loses these hormones, there are so many brain changes that are happening. And because she doesn't understand herself, she thinks it's your problem.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. And this is so true. And that's why the Most High gave us power over the woman. The Most High never gave us power over the woman to be tyrannical. He never gave us power over the woman to abuse her. He never gave us power over the woman to disrespect her. He gave us power over the woman because she is the weaker vessel. Right? Like the woman just said, she doesn't know herself, just like a child. Right? Just like a child doesn't understand themselves and you have to instruct and correct the child, it's the same way you have to instruct and correct the woman. The woman is not supposed to be an entity of autonomy, meaning that she's not supposed to be making her own decision, right? As soon as you hear anything known as independent woman or liberated woman, you know that is a woman on her way to destruction, right? A woman without instruction is a woman on her way to destruction, period. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, and it reads, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge," right? So that means you have to instruct. You have to be an instructor, right? That's why a lot of you men out there, you shouldn't have no woman because you have no knowledge to give unto the woman, okay? Because she's a vessel. So you have to fill that vessel up with a certain type of a substance, right? And what is that substance that you're filling her up with? A lot of you guys are filling the women up with lewdness, with you're filling the women up with negativity. You have to know how to fill up her vessel with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as well. Okay? It says, giving honor unto the wife. And I understand that the majority of these women are not wives. So there's no giving honor unto a bitch. There's no giving honor unto a prostitute. There's no giving honor unto a wicked woman. Right? So the majority of our women don't have honor. They don't get none. Zero. But you have to understand that when you see a lewd woman, a wicked woman, understand that she was filled with that. She was an empty vessel because she's just a receiver. So she received that information from somewhere. You always have to understand that. Okay? It says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Okay? But the point is that these women are the weaker vessels, emotionally, spiritually. That's why their name is feminine, right? Feminine, lacking faith. Women lack faith. Why do you men have so much faith? Because you're a stronger vessel. These women are a weaker vessel, which is why the serpent attacked Eve. Serpent understanding the nature of the woman. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression, right? Because she's the weaker vessel. She's susceptible to receiving. She receives a lot. She's usually open, right? You're the one that has to fill her up so much that she understands, quote unquote, right from wrong. righteousness from wickedness, so she knows what to do and what not to do and what to look out for, especially in this world, in this society where they're bombarded by what do you call it? Oh my gosh, what is the word? Propaganda, right? They're bombarded by so much propaganda, and they're being indoctrinated from their little girls. They're being indoctrinated by TVs and movies, music, right? And now in this time, podcasts with social media, TikToks and Instagram, Twitter, and all the rest of the foolishness that these women absorb every day. Every day they absorb in wickedness, a wicked thought, a wicked action, every single day.
Thinks it's her teenage kid's problems. She thinks it's her aging parents' problem.
Yeah, because she doesn't understand herself, so she's looking for someone to blame. And because this society gave the woman power, she's not going to take instruction from anyone. And the people that she does go and take instruction from, like her pastor, her doctor, politicians, these celebrities, are giving her incorrect information. The information that she's getting is wrong. They're misleading her. Now, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. We'll start from 1 and jump down. For it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we're in the perilous times. It's known as Jacob's trouble, right? And who's a representation of Jacob? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and you Native Americans, right? Also are people that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, right? The aboriginals and the indigenous people of the land, right? So it says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, right? Let's jump down to 6. It says, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, because they know that it's easy to captivate the woman and lead her astray. One of the easiest things to do, man, right? One of the easiest things to do is to get up in a woman's head, because all you have to do is tell her what she wants to hear. That's all you got to do. And then after she finds out that she was beguiled, she's like, oh my gosh, oh, you lied to me, you this to me. No. You let somebody get into your ear, right? And then you were led away, you were led astray.
She thinks it's work's problem. She doesn't.
And guess what? It is work's problem, because a lot of these women, the majority of these women have joined the workforce. And the workforce is one of the worst things that ever happened to this society. It's one of the worst things that has ever happened to society. The workplace is where the majority of these women commit adultery, right? And what is adultery, right? Because the sin of adultery brings forth death. And forget about actually doing the adultery. In these workplaces is where the majority of men lust after women that are already married. A lot of these women are married, right? A lot of these women, they have their man, they go to work, they dress provocatively, so men lust after them. So that whole environment is a breeding ground for sin. It's a breeding ground for sin. right? So the workplace or the workforce, once they introduced women into the workforce, it was one of the worst things that they could have did to any society, because the woman is supposed to be at home. She's supposed to be working for her man.
Go, oh, okay, wait. I've got some neurochemical changes going on in my brain that I need to make sure that my lifestyle supports. Since that conversation isn't open, she turns on everybody else. For years,
that conversation can be open because she doesn't understand that a lot of it comes from what she eats. A lot of it comes from what she watches and what she has been taught from she was a little girl. Right? The majority of you women eat things that are unlawful. Right? You have a lot of women that binge eat. They might eat a lot of sugar. Right? You have some women that love candy. Right? Because remember, they're akin to a child. Right? They love sweets. Right? They might eat a lot of shrimps, especially in the case of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American women. You eat a lot of seafood, and seafood that's unlawful, known as crustaceans, right? The bottom feeders, you eat a lot of pork, right? And then the pork, the meat is so unclean and it's so unhealthy. And these things are affecting you neurologically, like the woman is explaining. And then a lot of these women, they sleep with their phone on a day-to-day basis. Well, the phone emits radiation. A lot of these women use microwaves to warm up their food every single day. The microwave literally kills all the nutrients out of the food. A lot of these women don't know how to cook, so they end up ordering food or going out to eat every single day. A lot of these women don't know how to sew, so a lot of the clothes that they wear are fabrics that are unhealthy for their bodies. A lot of these women wear tons and tons of makeup on their face every single day. Do you know what type of neurological damage that does to you? Because your skin is your biggest organ. So every day you're placing chemicals upon your body, and your body is absorbing all these chemicals and it's throwing it off. A lot of you women take medication or take pills for your period. A lot of you women who gave birth, you took an epidural. You injected yourself with that big needle, and that has completely messed you up. A lot of you women have back problems because of the epidural. So there's so many things that are bombarding the woman every single day. And everything that I just mentioned, I'd even mention the foolishness that they're watching yet, or the music that they're listening to.
I had so many women that came into my clinic and they said, whatever you do, please help me stay out of my doctor's office. And I was like, why? Because they don't understand me. And when they don't understand me,
No, the doctors actually do understand you, but the doctors are paid to push prescription medication. And these prescription medication are drugs, right? These pharmacies is witchcraft, right? Which goes back to the Latin word pharmakia, which means witchcraft. So it's witchcraft that's being pushed upon our women in the form of medication, right? Because where does medication come from? Now, this is Genesis 1, verse 29, right? Genesis meaning the beginning. So going all the way back to the beginning. And Yahweh said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Right? So these trees, these herbs, these fruits are for our healing. Right? And the majority of these women, they don't even eat fruit. They don't eat their vegetables. They don't eat their salads. Like I said, they go to the restaurant, they order steak, they order lobster, they order shrimps. This is Psalms chapter 51, verse 7, and it reads, "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow." So let's figure out what hyssop is. Define, this is the word.
Hyssop.
A small, bushy, aromatic plant of the mint family, the bitter, minty leaves of which are used in cooking and herbal medicine. Okay? This is it right here. Right? This is hyssop. Right? It's a beautiful thing. How much of our women know what hyssop is? How much of our women use herbs? Not much. This is Proverbs 15 and 7. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. Now I know the scripture is talking about love. That's why you're not supposed to eat from people that are upset, because energy does travel. But scriptures are just letting you know that herbs are better than meat, because herbs are for meat. Not that there's anything wrong with eating meat. It's just everything in moderation, because the body also needs time to heal itself. Now this is Psalms 104 verse 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. Right? So the herbs is literally for our food, and it's for our medicine. And all these different herbs and spices have different medicinal properties that helps men and helps women. You have certain herbs that are literally for women, right? They help women in a different way that they do men.
All they do is give me an antidepressant.
And the majority of women that are on antidepressants is insane. A lot of these women are on medication, especially antidepressants. So all of this hot girl summer, all of this, I'm a woman, I'm a goddess, and da 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 da. No, you're not. No, you're not. And don't ever get it twisted. We love women. We love women. But the majority of you females in this world are not women. Right? You have gone on to become degenerates. You've become degenerates of this society, right? You've embraced whoredom, and it just is what it is. You dress like whores, you speak like whores.
I feel so lost in what I'm supposed to do.
And you're lost because you have no instructor. You have no instruction. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American women, you're supposed to be getting instruction from your man. Your man is supposed to instruct you. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded, so this is a command, to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So that's how you know Eve was going off when she was learning something from another man. These women are not supposed to learn anything from another man. It says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands. Because you men, you're supposed to fill up your own woman's vessel. Another man is not supposed to fill up your woman's vessel. If another man is filling up your woman's vessel, that's his woman. That's his woman. Right? We don't just fill up our women with seed, aka sperm, right? That is also a liquid that you can fill a woman up with. You can also fill a woman up with words, right? The words that you speak is also a representation of liquid or of food. And you could fill her with your bread, fill her with your wine, fill her with ointment, fill her with oil, honey, right? The words represent a lot. So you don't want another man filling up your woman with anything. That's confusion. That is confusion, man.
Help my own brain health, help my own body health. And we start dishing out supplements and prescriptions, and there's a lifestyle that.
And there's a lifestyle. But guess what? The lifestyle that you women have embraced is feminism. You've embraced feminism. And that's okay. Because the man of this society who legalized feminism is the one that authorized it for you women. So we, us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're no longer the man of our women. We're not. We're just a stand-in. We're just used. These women use us only for our seed. But where they go and get their indoctrination is from their real man. Right? You men, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you think that sexual gratification is the only form of what's the word? Of satisfaction. You shouldn't even be satisfying these women sexually until you satisfy her intellectually. You have to satisfy her intellectually before you satisfy her sexually. These women shouldn't even turn you, the majority of you men, on because their mindsets is disgusting. These women are filthy mentally. So if a woman is filthy mentally, why would you then want to lay with her sexually? Sexually, she is demonic. If she's mentally demonic, they both go hand in hand. So a woman should only get to lay with you or turn you on when she is mentally stable. But the majority of these women are mentally unstable. So they're sexually unstable. That's why they bring certain negative energies into your life, right? Because sex is a transfer of energy. So these women are pushing forth that negativity onto you men, right? It's a spiritual thing. So you got to be very careful with these modern day women. These modern day women go through a lot of mental instabilities like what we just heard, man. And it's really and truly not their faults. They've embraced a lifestyle of feminism and women's liberation, which goes back to occultism or witchcraft. And I know that's going to scare the majority of them that listen to this video, but that's what they've embraced, right? They've embraced the worship of the mother goddess because they feel like they're goddesses. You're not a goddess. You're not a goddess. You're not supposed to be worshipped. You're supposed to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and him only shall thou serve, right? do your man. What did God say to do? God said to to listen to your man, right? But with that, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well, and to you brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Hey, shalom. Till next time. Stay strong, brothers. Hold on. We're almost out of here. Don't give up. Don't give up.